Hello guys, Fru here. Welcome to today's video. Guys, in today's video we are going to be talking about additional streams of income. But before we talk about that, do you know the average millionaire in the United States has at least 7 streams of income? All right, so if you want to become a millionaire, they don't have just their salary, right? They have investments, they have different things that they do to keep increasing their income. All right, so 7 streams of income. Now, how many streams of income do you have? Right, maybe one, you just your salary. Well, this video is gonna show a website that could potentially increase your streams of income with one additional way, and it's gonna be website testing. So we're gonna be talking about earning money testing website. So this is a service, it's a platform, it's available out there. I believe it's free for anyone to go in and to test out. And here it says on their landing page that you can earn up to $60 per test. All right, you can earn up to $60 per test. All right, we're gonna go through setting up my account in there, doing a review of it. I'll be giving my feedback and my opinions about it. But guys, before we dive into that, to walk through that process, I want to call out Prairie AI extension. If you're watching this video, say on YouTube, guys, you want to have this extension in your Chrome browser. It's gonna sit right within your Chrome browser. You can use it to add your bookmarks to the video. So I really want to encourage you, what are the things within this video that resonate? If you can take some time and bookmark those things, guys, it's really gonna help us give us good feedback and help other people really enjoy this video. So check out the Prairie Chrome extension, completely free. It works well within your Chrome browser. That said, we're gonna go back into this website, UserTesting. As companies or as entrepreneurs who go out and they create platforms, they need people to test it. All right, they need people to test that website. And part of the challenge with testing it is, how do you find people to test your website, which is not necessarily production? All right, and that's where services like this come in very handy. I can tell you, for example, when the team was building Prairie AI, we needed to test it. All right, you might use Prairie and you might find that there might be 1 or 2 issues and you might want to give feedback. Maybe you don't like the button here, you want the button to be over there. Maybe you like to click on this form and it did not submit. Right, there might be issues and somebody needs to test this. All right, and that's where this user testing platform comes into play. All right, I'm not going to talk about it from a technology perspective. I'm talking about this from your potential to leverage this to make income. All right, you might be working on your startup and you want to use this to test your startup. Go for it. But in this channel today, this is really from the perspective of, all right, I want to make additional income, and a website like this could be helpful to you. So that said, we're gonna go in. I don't have an account yet, so I'm gonna create an account and we're gonna walk through the entire process. So let's go ahead and create a new account here with my email. This is my publicly available email. All right, coach.frulouis@gmail.com. And of course, make sure you read the terms and conditions in here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and agree to that. Let me just scroll through the website down a little bit. We can see that it's being used by more than 3 million tests have been taken by users for companies like, all right, so you're doing this test for big companies. All right, and then let's just go. We are accepting testers from the following countries. All right, these are not countries, by the way, from the following continents. Right, to me, I would say that's a bug, but if you expand that, then you see countries. All right, that makes sense there. So India, Israel, Saudi Arabia, South Africa, United Arab Emirates, yeah, just to give an idea, and then the United States, of course, US and Canada. All right, that makes sense. It's just, I like to get a feel of the website, of a platform, just to have an idea. All right, let's see. All right, they have the GDPR policy there. All right, so let's go back. I have my email, I've accepted that, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna sign up. Okay, apply to be a participant, verify your email. So it's gonna send me an email verification, and what I'm gonna do is I am going to check that email on a different screen, which is not gonna show up here. So just give me a second to check the email. So it should have sent me a verification code, and we're gonna use that verification code to sign in. So let me see where the code has gone. All right, so the email came through, and I'm gonna click on that, bring that back here to the screen. So we're gonna have that on the screen. All right, so I just simply went through my email and I clicked on the confirm. So once you're going through the process, it's gonna send you that email. You can click through that and then verify your email. So that's what I have currently, verifying my email. So there is quite a bit going on the screen, and it says thanks for signing up, Coach Louis. Welcome. Over the next few minutes you'll be able to start testing. Guys, just go ahead and read what they have to say. All right, let's go ahead and skip this. All right, ready to get set up. Download user testing software. So apparently it's gonna need a software for me, and this software would be needed because as you're going through the testing process, I believe this software is gonna be capturing all the tests you're doing, your video, I believe, on your screen. So let's see that we can download the software. It takes a few minutes here to download, and that's the software we're gonna be using. So let's go ahead and open up that software. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and click finish, and I believe the software should launch at some point, but unfortunately we might not be able to see the software when it launches on the screen, but that's not gonna be part of the tutorial here. So once that software launches, let's just check to see where it launched to. All right, continue. You're almost ready. All right, you're almost done, ready to begin your test. So let's start your test. Open user testing. So now I believe this is going to open a software on my desktop. So I am not going to capture that software as part of this, so you might not see it on the screen, but I'll just go through the process of validating and testing that software. So what it says here is, read the following sentence out loud. I'm thinking to whoa, let's start that again. So what's asking me on the screen here is, read the following sentence aloud. I'm ready to think out loud. Microphone check pass. All right, let's go. Start recording. Okay, so now it's recording my screen. Imagine yourself in this scenario. You work with a couple. So I'm just kind of going through the process here and seeing what this is asking me. You've seen now it's gone to the new screen there. We're seeing over there the National Airspace Museum. So the website took me there, and I'm following some instructions on my screen right now. I can't really capture that to show, but if you're going through this process, you might be experiencing something similar to this. So I'm gonna go ahead and click next. All right, so imagine yourself in this scenario. You work on a couple activities that are similar to the tasks that you may be asked to work on later. As you complete this activity, imagine you're planning a trip to the Airspace Museum. There's nothing wrong. There's no wrong answers. We want to see your successes, but we also want to see your struggle. You're only judged on your ability to speak your thoughts out loud and follow these instructions. So it's telling me that the way this works is, because it's user testing, it wants to see me thinking out loud and trying to solve the problem. So even if I'm seeing something, I still need to be thinking through it. All right, so I haven't done this before. This is the first time, guys, we're doing all of this. So let's dive in to see what it says. So next, I'm gonna click next. All right, if you're not already in Airspace Museum, click this link. I believe I'm already there. So my browser back, if you can see my browser back, is already on that link. All right, so let's click start. All right, so now I have started. I'm gonna be doing some tasks here on this screen, and what I'm doing here is simply following instructions. You might not see the instructions because I'm capturing just my browser, but I'm following some instructions. All right, so let's say next. All right, use this website to find a map with a layout of the museum in DC. All right, describe your experience as you look for it. So it's telling me, use this website to find a map with a layout of the museum in DC. Describe your experience as you look for it. All right, so I want to find a map with the layout on DC. So all right, so I'm here. Basically, guys, what we're doing here is we're going to use this website to find a map with the layout of the museum on DC. All right, so I'm assuming that I'm going to that museum. Where is that map? All right, where is that map? Once I land on websites, I usually start from the top left side here and I work my way down. So when my eyeball comes in, I'm just usually starting from here and I'm kind of working my way down. So it's kind of interesting. I don't see this as looking as a museum website. So let's see if we can find that map. All right, the first thing that I want to do is scroll down really quick. It's kind of short. All right, it's a little bit busy, slow to load. All right, the images did not load fast, so that's kind of it's kind of strange there a little bit. Again, you see the images are not, I'm assuming there are images here, I don't see them loading fast enough. All right, so I think the page load speed is slow. That will be my initial feedback. All right, I've gone all the way to the bottom, and so we're looking for the map with the layout of the Museum of DC. So this seems to be a map. All right, and the reason why I just did this is I usually just kind of scroll. When I think about maps and directions, I always think of them as being at the bottom, all right, of the page. That's where you have your address, your contact information, and all of that. So that's the reason why I scroll down to the bottom of the page, because that's what I would expect. That, you know, if I wanted to look for contact information, I would not be looking for contact information here in the middle of the page. All right, even though there is something there, but I wouldn't be looking for that. I will go down to the bottom of the page. So since I'm here, I would say visit information. So I'm gonna click on that and see what it says. All right, so this seems to be the information that will be visit information. Again, slow. I don't know if it's slow because of my machine, or slow because I don't have patience, or slow because the website is just slow. It's gonna be one of those. All right, okay, so I clicked on maps or visit information, which NSM map location. I like how there's a tooltip there, so it kind of tells you what's going on. All right, you cannot see the tooltip on my video capture here, but I see a tooltip there. So let's see, it still doesn't have a map for me. I need a map. Exhibition, collections, visit, event, group reservations. All right, museum in DC. All right, so now I see museum in DC. So this is air and space c.edu, and this is the first time where I'm seeing museum in DC. I don't think I've seen museum in DC any other place here. I bet they have other locations. National Air and Space Museum, Washington DC. All right, so maybe if I go ahead and click on this link here, museum in DC, it would give me more information. All right, so now it seems like I'm in the museum in DC. It looks better. Parking, book your parking with. Okay, that's good. Digital guides, email tickets, visiting information, find out, blah blah blah. All right, I like there's the information kind of flows well. Oh, there you go. So the information kind of flows well, and then I like the sidebar here. It kind of so if I'm trying to visit in museum in DC, things to do, directions, floor plans and guide, visiting tips, accessibility, food and store, plan a trip. So that's overall, that's good. I kind of like that. So let me go ahead and say I need floor and plan guides. I think that's what the task was asking about. All right, so now it should give me the floor and plan guides, and I believe this is what the question was asking for. All right, so let's go back here. Describe, use this website to find a map with layout of the museum in DC. Describe your experience as you look for it. Well, this is a layout. All right, I believe this is a map and the layout. So you have the museum store, the Lockheed Martin, IMAX theater, and all of that. I'll assume that that's what they're looking for. So let's go on next. On what holiday is the airspace and museum closed? So we're gonna look for the holidays. Visiting tips, holiday, it should be here, museum in DC. Since I'm still on the museum in DC, I should visiting hours. I would think of using visiting hours. So visit museum in DC, and that's where I am. Okay, starting October, please enter through Major renovations on the way. Regular hours. All right. So these are my regular hours. I don't see any hours here. If hours is, if the museum seems to be something that's closing often, I should see holiday hours here. All right. I don't see any holiday hours. So it's a little bit confusing to me. Because here I might just say, all right, regular hours 10 to 5. All right, well, it says see extended hours. Let's see what the extended hours says. National Space Museum will be open late following days. Empty. There's nothing. I don't see anything. For all Smithsonian Museum, I don't want to go to the Smithsonian Museum. I want to go to the museum in DC. But I don't see the hours there. All right, we'll open the following days. So there should be some information here. It might just be a bug. The museum does not currently have extended hours. Okay, so it doesn't have extended hours, but holiday. Let me see if I can search. I do this sometimes, believe me. I'm a little bit of a geek. Because if I search that, it should find it through the page. I can't see it. Visiting tips. Maybe they're gonna tell us those hours in the tips. Security screening. Limit the number of bags. Add time to your visit. Lines to enter the museum tend to be longest during the seasons. Dress comfortably. Please take photos. Ask for help. Plan a field trip. Accessibility, direction. Plan things to do. All right, I don't see on what holiday is the Airspace Museum closed. I don't see anything around holiday. I might just be missing something here. Could we find that in the hours down here? One museum, 2 locations. Okay, I don't see visit information. That's why I am free admissions. So it's a free admissions. Tours, daily tours, virtual tours, connect. All right, I don't see that. All right, done. I'm just gonna be done because one more time. Things to know before you go. All right, I'm just gonna keep going. Any final thoughts? Please provide any additional comments, questions, or suggestions you have before you stop recording and continue to follow up questions. Yeah, the last question, I just could not find it. Those are my final thoughts. I looked, yeah, I looked in here, directions and all of that. I just could not find it. I think it's and I won't blame the design. I think it's a little bit busy, very, very busy. Yeah, I just think that is very busy for me. And then the dark colors here kind of hide things. I'm not, again, this might just be a more of preferences. I'm not a very fan of dark colors. And then I might, maybe I was gonna ask for search. So there is a search there. Let's say, what was the thing I was looking for before? Hours. Does that search even work? Holiday. Let's search for holiday, since that's what the question was. Does it give holiday tips for visiting the museums? Does this? So I like that the search seems to work as well. Holiday posted that I still can't find when that museum was closed. All right, so one, I like that there's a search in there, so that would be my thought. Exhibitions, let's see. All right, so yeah, those are my thoughts. I just think it's a little bit It's a little bit busy. It's very, very busy, but there's a lot of information that they can show. Yeah, and with things like this, you want to show on the entire screen, because this is museum. You want to really put that in the face of people. But again, when you see in your face, it just tends to be a lot busy. All right, so those are my thoughts. The dark colors and just too busy. The search doesn't take me where I'm trying to go. Top stories: aviation, space, exploration, topics, astronomers. And this is the idea of separating the concept of the museum and the visiting versus the concept of exhibition within the museum. I think right now, once you kind of put them all together, it's kind of confusing, because sure, I would want to see astronauts and kind of click through that, all right, but you know, if I have to click through that and then go to visit, and then it kind of just messes up everything. So there might be a way to segment those two, because I'm clicking visit here, but it almost feels like I'm looking at aerospace, but it should clearly be to show to me, oh, finally I see it. Free admissions open daily except December 25th. So that's a holiday where it's not be. See how long it took for me to see it, because I wasn't reading this. The reason why I wasn't reading this is because I thought this was maybe showing you, this is, I believe, the U2 spy plane. Oh no, the SR-71 Blackbird. I believe that's what it is. I believe that this SR-71 Blackbird was just like a museum artifact, and I wasn't really paying attention to the time here. But if I had an idea that this is not a museum now, this was about a visit, I would have paid attention more to this. I don't know if that makes sense. All right, so it says any final thoughts. So those are my final thoughts. Stop recording. I'm gonna stop recording. Recording complete. So it's telling me recording is complete. What specifically made it easy or difficult for you to find what you're doing? So there's a text box now on my screen, and I'm leveraging this website, and I'm doing this testing live of this particular website, and I'm gonna put my thoughts in here as a feedback to this. All right, I just wish you can see what I'm doing on my screen, but just trust me that I'm writing something on my screen as a feedback for that. So what I'm gonna say here is the colors are too dark and almost gloomy. No clear distinction between visit and visiting services versus museum services, right? And what I mean by that is, if I'm going there to visit and I'm worrying about visit and parking and just the time and contact and support, that really should stand out and be very different from the museum services, which is about pictures and the gallery and all of that, right? Because right here, and let me point this well, on the screen you have displaying, am I in the visiting services, or am I looking at some amazing gallery within the museum? On this website, I could easily confuse that, so that would make me not pay attention to certain things that I should have been paying attention to. So if there's a way to really distinct that, I think, in my opinion, would be helpful to me from the design of the museum. All right, so that would be one of the feedback. What else should I add there? Search capability was good. I turn and like to use that. I'm a fan of search, so it's good that they included that. All right, let's click on next. What 3 words would you describe the Air and Space Museum? I would say 3 words, right? They want 3 words, not just 1 word. I'll say all right, you want to know what I didn't use 3 words, but the question that I'm answering now here is, what 3 words would you use to describe the Air and Space Museum? And so my answer to that is preserving all of history, because looking at this picture, it captures history, and somehow in such a detail, if you're looking at this plane on the screen, and the goal is to preserve that. So preserving all of history would be my my 3 words. Preserve. Let me use all history, so that is actually, so preserving all history. Those are my 3 words. All right, so now it says preparing upload. So I just completed the test. on my desktop, it's gonna upload all that video or all the tests that I just did up to the website, up to the user testing website. And guys, this is us live doing a user testing for this website, all live. And I hope that it provides values to this organization. But hopefully, if you're looking to make some passive income and you're looking to try services like this, it's a win-win. All right, you can give good feedbacks to companies that are looking for testing, and hopefully on the other side make some income out of it. All right, make some income out of it. So this is gonna load, and then I'll come back once the load is complete. Okay guys, so this upload is complete, and now on my screen I see a message that says session uploaded, or session upload successful. Thanks for your feedback today. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit finish on this. All right, and so now I hit finish. It's taking me to this page, which we can see on the screen. It says thanks for completing your sample test. Oh, that was just a sample test. I thought that was something I could actually get paid for. All right, your video is in the process of being reviewed. You should expect to hear from us within the next few days, so keep an eye in your inbox for that. All right, so that is done. And so hopefully once that's done, they're gonna get back to me, and you know, if they have things that they need somebody to test with, I can go ahead and help them testing. But guys, the promise of what they say here is being able to potentially make, you know, 6 figures. Guys, that's that could be, you know, an additional source of income for you to take advantage of. Make $60 per test. That could be an amazing additional source of income that you can certainly go ahead, take advantage of, and be able to, you know, increase the sources of income that you have. The average millionaire has what, 6, 7 or 8 streams of income. They have just salary, they have investment, they have dividends, they have all kind of things that they use to make income. All right, so this could just be one platform that you can leverage to increase the streams of income that you have. And as you've seen, I've just simply gone through, I've created the entire process, I've set up everything, and it's really interesting. Okay, so let's click on here. It says get paid to test. All right, just to recap, you can earn, as it says, close to $60 per test. All right, and assuming that a test takes what, maybe a test takes maybe what, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, let's put 30 minutes, $60 for 30 minutes. Guys, that would be a good bargain for most people to take. All right guys, I hope you found this video very helpful. I hope it inspires you. I hope it gives you some ideas if you want to go ahead and test this. I know my recording didn't kind of show everything I had on my screen, but this is something that you can definitely try out, and I hope you get value out of it. Guys, if you like this video, make sure you like it, give it a thumbs up, hit the bell button so that you can get videos like this. If you don't like it, again, let us know. We hope you do like it, but share us your feedback, positive or negative. That would definitely help us to keep making more amazing videos like this. Guys, thanks for watching. This has been Fru, and I'll see you in the next video.